So, I just finished making a video, but I feel like I have more to say in relation to my appointments with Jaco, so I will. What's it called? So as I said in my previous video, I have had 2 appointments so far. In my second appointment I had, I got given a survey sort of thing to do, and I'll just read out some of the questions that were on there that I had to answer. Just get it. I'm in bed. Yeah, that's it. And this thing was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. It was about 10 pages of questions, pretty much like that. Each line is a question, and like, yeah, it's crazy. It took me about an hour to do. So actually, I was kind of bored too, so that's why I did it. One of the things, the instructions on this one was, these questions are about the kind of person you generally are. That is, how you have usually felt or behaved over the past several years. And there was another one where that was over the past several years. This one, there was another one that was, and that was a yes or no answers. And then on the second page, I had like options of never, rarely, sometimes, often, always. And then the next survey or questionnaire thing was me in the past, over the past week, and my options there for the questions were: did not apply to me at all, applied to me some degree or some of the time, applied to me to a considerable degree or a good part of time, and applied to me very much or most of the time. And all of these questions, and it says later on in the survey about all these questions here it is. In this questionnaire, the directions say, this questionnaire consists of 28 questions about experiences that you may have in your daily life. We are interested in how often you have these experiences. It is important, however, that your answers show how often these experiences happen to you when you are not under the influence of alcohol or drugs. To answer these questions, please determine to what degree the experience described in the question applies to you, and circle the number to show what percentage of the time you have the experience. And the percentage goes over from 0% to 100%, of never to always. And these ones, this questionnaire was, think about your life in the last 4 weeks and ask questions, and you answer them. There's like a range. So Sorry, I'm using like the front camera on my iPhone, so it's really hard. I can't switch from camera to camera because I'm using eye capture or some shit. And yeah, some of the questions. I'm just gonna go with the number 10 on all of them. Do you have a lot of sudden mood changes? Another one. In the past 12 months, have you felt more like a man than like a woman? In the past 12 months, have you disliked your body because it is female? Example, having breasts or having a vagina. I'll read out every 10th question. I felt that I had nothing to look forward to on a scale of 1 to 3 of did not apply to me at all to apply to me very much or most of the time. I felt scared without any good reason. Same scale. I feared that I would be thrown by some trivial but unfamiliar task. Same scale. I was worried about situations in which I might panic and make a fool of myself. Same scale again. Some people have the experience of being accused or of lying when they do not think that they have lied. Circle a number to show what percentage of the time that this happens to you. I found that the percentage questions were weird, but some of them applied to me. Like, some of the weird ones was if you hear voices in your head or something like that. I don't hear voices in my head per se, but like, when I think about shit, it's like self-commentary sort of thing. And then another one of those, I found these ones really interesting. Another one of those questions, some people find that sometimes they are listening to someone talk and they suddenly realise that they did not hear all or part of what was said. Me. Some people have the experience of looking in a mirror and not recognising themselves. Yeah. Some people sometimes have the experience of feeling that their body does not belong to them. Yeah. I think a lot of trans people would say that one. Some people find that they have no memory for some important events in their lives. For example, a wedding or graduation. Sometimes. Some people sometimes have the experience of feeling as though they are standing next... I've already read that one. Some people have the experience of driving a car and suddenly realising that they don't remember what has happened during or part of that trip. Some people have the experience of finding new things among their belongings that they do not remember buying. Some people have the experience of being... I read that one. Some people sometimes have the experience of feeling that other people, objects, and the world around them are not real. Some people are told that sometimes do not recognise friends or family members. Some people sometimes find that they are approached by people that they do not know who call them by another name or insist that they have met them before. Some people have the experience of finding themselves dressed in clothes that they don't remember putting on. Some people have the experience of finding themselves in a place and having no idea how they got there. I think this questionnaire really hits on whether you have any underlying, any other mental, it's not issues, but any other mental things that would hinder your decision in wanting to go through with the transition. This one was a lot of me. This happens to me all the time. Some people find that when they're watching television or a movie, they become so absorbed in the story that they are unaware of other events happening around them. Like, people could be freaking screaming or yelling, not screaming or yelling at me, but like trying to grab my attention, and I'm just out of it. I'm zoned in on the TV, like you wouldn't believe. And there's another questionnaire. Do you have enough energy for everyday life on a scale of 1 to 5, not at all to completely? How satisfied are you with your personal relationships? Yeah. I'll read out the names of the questionnaires. That one was a brief assessment questionnaire. Another one was gender identity / gender dysphoria questionnaire, female version. This one was DASS, DAS. So yeah. Yeah. Then there was another one, WHOQOL, breath. But yeah, I know this video was really long, but I haven't seen a video on like what kind of questionnaires you actually get, what sort of questions they ask in it, and like anything really that touches on appointments and shit of what exactly happened. So like in my first appointment, it was a lot about me, my childhood, bullying through childhood, friends, what I did through primary school, high school, kinder, what kind of people I hung out with, what games I played, just really trivial shit that has like sometimes gender non-conforming or gender conforming meanings behind it. But I remember in the first appointment, one of the first things my therapist said was, I'm not here to tell you your gender, you are going to tell me your gender. And I was so relieved about that. Like, I thought going into the appointment that it would be one of those situations where he would have to diagnose me, sort of thing. I don't know why I thought that, but yeah. And like, I feel really comfortable with my therapist. I connect with him a lot. He's a really nice guy, and he has a slight sense of humour, so it's not always serious. You can joke around a little bit in your sessions, which kind of helps me, because when I get insecure, I joke around. He calls me Seth and refers to me with male pronouns, unlike I've heard with Dr. Hart, I think. Dr. Fintan Hart, or something like that. Apparently he's a real cunt. In my second appointment, we spoke about like how my parents reacted, what they've been saying, and how I think my brother would react and stuff like that, because I haven't told him yet either. But yeah. And I'm really terrified when it comes to the point where I have to tell my brother, because even just mentioning drag queens to him, he literally dry reaches, like literally will dry reach. Like, I was talking to my mum about drag queens at the club I go to, D&M, and he just literally started dry raging. And I am terrified. Terrified. Anyways, this video is going on a long time, so I'm going to cut it here. And no one will probably even watch the end of this. This is just for me to document my transition. I really need to do it. I've only made a total of 3 videos now, including this one, so it's something I need to do. I want to do. Just gotta find the time to do it and find the privacy, because my parents like to be nosy. Put nicely. Yeah. That's it. See you later.